welcome back to the garden. It's lovely to see you again. It's a beautiful spring day. Everything's flowering and I'm going to be so excited to show the pots I've got and everything that's growing. I've been making a nice display here and down there and over here, and also down this side in the secret garden area. That's looking beautiful too. The tulips are growing. This one here is called Pretty Woman. It's a beautiful red colour, which you'll see shortly. The amaranths in bloom, and I've been very, very busy getting all the jobs and things. Been painting the decking here, preserving that. Been painting the patio here with the concrete paint and sealing it so it looks better. It all came off in the frosts we had, and I've been doing all sorts. I made a greenhouse table. What else have I done? Put some trellis up, so that's still work in progress. And also at the old manor house we've got an open day next weekend, so I've been quite busy there getting that sorted out, making it look pretty and everything. So yeah, so I'm just going to go into the greenhouse and I'll show you the table I've been making, and you'll see how to do that with a limited budget. So come with me. I'm just going to go into the greenhouse. It's a little bit of a tricky journey, but we'll get in there. Yeah, so welcome to the greenhouse. I'm in here. I've just squeezed through the conifer there. I wanted to keep the helter-skelter one, which is quite a nice feature in the garden, so I didn't want to lose that. So I've cut some branches off the back and I can just squeeze into here, which is fine. We don't need, and it kind of keeps some of the sun out as well, so it won't get too hot. Having my morning coffee. So all the plants in here I've brought in, and you might see if I bob down, I made this new table. Now I was looking at greenhouse staging, and it's very, very expensive, and I thought I can't really afford to pay as much as they're asking for it, and it's not the right shape, not the right size, it's too low down, because I said in the last video I'm quite a tall person, so I need things higher up for me, otherwise I'm going to get backache. So I made this one. This is pieces of decking, what do we call them, tiles, and they're 50 centimetres, which is about just under 2 feet square, and I bought 5 of them. And I put them all together, and they were £6 each, and I thought, well, that's not too expensive, is it, if I'm doing that? And I got some wood to go across the top there to put them onto, and I made that first, and I put the legs on. The legs down here, I don't know if you can see, maybe you can see there, they are the old Aris rails from the fence I had at the back here that I took down. I chopped them into lengths of 1 metre, and I thought, oh, 1 metre is too high because it was right up here and I couldn't actually, it was too high. So I chopped them down to 85 centimetres and stuck it all together and put some support brackets across it. It's just fine, and it cost me very little in comparison to what you would pay for a very expensive one. And so in here I'm going to get some tomato trays and keep them on the top, and I've also got some tomatoes in anticipation of that. Got Gardener's Delight, which is one of the nicest ones. Their tall ones are going in the corner there. I left a space at the end. I've got Tumbling Tom Red. I've got burpless tasty green cucumbers, in case you get the burps from cucumbers. And also got a Tumbling Tom, just a yellow, yellow and red. So they're going to go on the top here once I finish growing seeds, which I haven't yet started, but I'm going to. I've also got a really good thing here, which I'm going to show you. It's a this is it's plugged in at the moment, but if I pop down you can look again. This is a greenhouse heater. Now this will stop the frost coming into the greenhouse. This one's really nice. It's a bio green panel. I can't quite pronounce that one anyway. I'll put a link on it if you can find it. It's a little bit more expensive, but I thought, well, the whole point of the greenhouse is to keep things safe over winter and just to keep the frost off. So you can buy these without thermometer for a little bit less money, but I thought I'm going to get one with, because it's important that I can keep my plants over winter. And it comes down here with this little thermometer that you plug it into, and that will, you can set the temperature to what you want it. So I set it to 5. It hasn't been that cold this week yet, but I think it's going to be maybe tonight, get down to 1. So I want things in here to be okay, otherwise I wasted my time doing this greenhouse, haven't I? So that will keep the temperature at 5 degrees, stop any frost appearing in here, and keep the plants safe, which is a good idea. And it's got a thermometer which dangles down there, if you can see it, and that detects the temperature in here, which says at the moment it's 10 degrees Celsius. So I don't know what that's in Fahrenheit, because we've never taught Fahrenheit. It kind of went out of fashion here, but I know a lot of people still do that. But anyways, that's very good, so you can have in many options. So I'm going to finish my coffee, then I'm going to show you how I made the table roughly. It was a bit of a haphazard occasion, and then I'm going to go out this afternoon, or maybe late this morning, to an open garden nearby, a place called Ellerker House. It's a beautiful place, lots of daffodils and the lake, and the lady there said she didn't mind if I do a bit of filming, so I'm going to share that with you too. There's been a little change in this corner here. I've been altering things. I had this line water feature here, which is going to stay there because I decided not to take it down because I cut the wood to fit it. And underneath there was a Belfast sink, but obviously don't need that now with having the other fountain. So what I've done is put some more pots down here, and I planted them up with a selection of seasonal bedding and things. Some of them will come back. The primrose and things will come back, and primroses, they'll come again next year, and the bellis, they will also come back. And I put some into clay pots because I think they look quite nice, quite rustic, and it's a nice display. I've got the glazed black pot there with the black flowers in, and I've got the tulip pot here with, I can't remember the variety, but that'll be to contrast with the blue. And I've got some tiger eye violas there. I've got this beautiful tulip here called Pretty Woman, which is a lovely red, shapely, I think it's call it lily flowered tulips, these ones with that shape. And I've got the white violas to contrast with that. Another thing I've got yesterday, I can't resist buying plants, can't if you're a gardener. You'd go without your food first, wouldn't you? Anyway, so this is the a climber to go up this wall here. This is called Actinidia colomicta. And you see it has lovely flowers, which is going to be beautiful when it grows up here, and leaves are tinged with pink and white. I've always wanted one of these, and I thought, well, and I saw it wasn't that much money, it's only £11.99 I think, so I thought I'll treat myself. And I've got the beautiful daffodils here with the tulips coming through as well. Unfortunately the tulips not as tall as I thought they were going to be, so they're a little bit hidden, but I still think it makes a nice display. And I'm not sure if these are scented or not, but yes, they've got a scent to them, a very light scent, which is nice. And on a warm day you can pick that up in the breeze. And the rosemary here, I've given it a feed, so I'm hoping it'll green up soon, but you can see I've got lovely little blue flowers all on it there. Stunning plant. I'll show you this one as well. Now I haven't planted this one yet because I wanted to get something special for it. It's a lovely pot. It's very heavy, so and it beautiful colours. Can you see how it sparkles in the light? So that's like something from under the sea, which I just loved. I couldn't resist it, so I treat myself again. So yeah, I don't do many things in life to treat myself, so gardening's the main thing, and it makes me very happy. So, and I hope it makes you happy too, seeing them in the garden, so you can enjoy them as well. So let's go and have a look round, and I'll give you a little tour of how things are looking at the moment. So I'm standing here in the rose arch, and the rose here, just laying to fairly ground, it's an old variety. I'm hoping that this year it will go right over the top and come to this side. And on this side here, I have Gertrude Jekyll, and it's a climber. So I'm hoping that can be trained up here, but it's a problem with rosary plant disease in the soil here. I've tried to rectify it, but she doesn't seem to do very well. So what I've done is give her some feed, and I've used some foliar feed called Uncle Tom's, but I don't know if you can get it in other countries, but you certainly can in this one in England. And he sprays the foliar feed and he sprays it on, and you can pour it in the roots too, so fingers crossed that will help. And behind Helen here we've got the Chenomalies with the red flowers. It's beautiful. Now this came from a plant from my granddad used to look after a garden in the 1960s, and apparently that's a cutting from there, and I've always known this plant in the garden. It looks very, very beautiful, especially against the blue sky, and it's very nice. There's the fountain there. Give the fountain a good clean the other day because that got all green, so give that a good clean. And I didn't want to use chemicals, so I looked it up how to clean the fountain properly. And the instructions said, why don't you try using white vinegar and water, and you leave the vinegar on for a little while and it cleans it. So I did, and I thought, oh, it's not working. And actually, I left it on, give it a little scrub, not too much so the paint didn't come off. And then it came out really, really clean and bright, so I'm very pleased with that. It's well worth the effort, and it looks so much nicer and more sparkling in this early spring sunshine. So here we are in the secret garden area. It's looking very, very pretty. Everything's coming back now. The wisteria, this is a pink variety which is going to flower very soon. I'm just hoping we don't get any frost because that will finish it off. That'd be terrible. Tree fern, putting out new leaves. I've kept that in the pot. Done ever so well all winter, and I kept it in the garage when it's really cold. I've put some trellis on here. You can see for this water feature, I'm not sure, it doesn't quite match with the one, so I'm thinking to get maybe one panel there and one panel here, but it's quite expensive. So anyway, I want to do that, put the water feature on so it look nice. All the pots are coming to fruition. The tulips are coming up, almost ready to flower, some of the varieties, like this one here. This one's coming on now. And I planted them up with the occasional pansy and viola just to bring a bit of colour to the scene. This plant here, which is beautiful, I'll just show you this one. This is the type of sweet pea. This is Lathrius vernus with its lovely pink flowers, and these kind of change to a bluish colour as time goes on. I've had this one for years in this pot, it's done ever so well, so maybe ready for splitting afterwards. It's a lovely addition to the pot collection, and Yeah, so things looking really pretty and very pleased. I've got the plants in here, the basket, this is going over a little. The tates, I planted them in the wrong place for some reason. I thought they were these ones here, the muscari. So anyway, I need to deadhead these to keep them going and strong for next year. So pull those off and we discard them into the compost. So yes, I'm very pleased with this area. It's looking nice, and now the sun's coming on, it kind of elevates the scene and makes it much more exciting. And also it looks nice in night time when we've got the lights on, different coloured lights. It's ever so pretty. So yeah, let's have a little look around and I'll show you some more of the detail. So I mentioned the tree fern with its new fronds there. There's a new one coming up, there's some more in there. What I do in the winter is I pack this full of leaves, so the wisteria next to it, they'll fall into it anyway. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new leaves in there coming up. And you see that? It's really good. And then I have the water feature here, which it needed a little bit more than this tatty old fence, so I've put it on there. I'm going to hide the wire behind there. Of course, the bird like to sit in it, don't they, and do their business. So I want a good clean, but I think that's going to look nice. Maybe with 2 more panels next to it, but I have to quantify buying those. And the pots are beautiful. Zebra striped primroses. I've got the pansies there, the tulips, and these are going to flower very soon. And I'll put my labels in here. That's Narcissus replete, it says, so that'll be interesting to see because I've forgotten what they look like. And the scene's quite pretty, I think. I need to reline that pot as well on the wall, but that's another job. You see down there's Mrs. Blackbird, she's looking for some food. She's got 2 babies in the back garden, so she's busy searching for insects and things. Well, I hope you've enjoyed having a little look around my garden. It's certainly a work in progress, but it's looking very nice at the moment. Lots and lots going on, and the beautiful display in this trough here as well. So in the second half of this video, we're going to go to the gardens I said about earlier, and I'm going to show you around there, and I hope you'll enjoy looking. It's a very big garden, but it's like quite naturalistic looking. I think you'll also enjoy that as well as my garden too. So I'll see you when I get there. Well, thank you very much for joining me. It's been lovely to have you here, looking around my garden and seeing what's going on. Everything's so nice at the moment. The sun's still shining and I think it's going to shine for the rest of the week. I hope you've enjoyed visiting, and you've also enjoyed visiting the gardens at Ellerker house. It's such a beautiful place, and the lady who runs the gardens there, she does a fantastic job, and I'm sure you'll agree, they're absolutely stunning. And I hope if you live nearby, perhaps next spring you'll get to visit too. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you for the lovely comments, and please like and subscribe if you're able to. It helps the channel grow and it helps me be able to invest more into making these videos. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. And most of all, happy gardening.